Ntuba, the chief editor of Health and Development magazine, and we are in the Hilton Hotel here in the beautiful campus of the University of Houston. And with me is
Stella Itayo.
nice to meet you, Stella.
Yes.
Where are you from in the USA?
Oh, okay. So I'm from Texas, Lubbock. But originally I'm from Nigeria. So I'm in Texas doing my PhD in petroleum engineering. Um, so that's about it.
Petroleum engineering, and we are talking CCS, that is carbon capture and storage, and CCUS. What what attracted you to this conference?
Oh, okay. So it's actually my project. I'm working on CCS partly. So I wanted to see what's new, what are the emerging technology, what's going on in the industry, and because sometimes we tend to have like a disconnect between experimental work and what's actually going on in the industry. So this is me bringing myself to see what is happening in the industry so that I can connect both the laboratory work and also the technical work going in the industry, so I can connect the two.
You are doing a PhD. Congratulations. What is the title of your thesis?
Right now, the title is not yet firmed up, but it's actually looking at how we can convert legacy wells into CCS wells. So that's like the high level topic.
That is nice. There are lots of women who, there's a society for women engineer. Are you a member of SWE?
Yes, student member in Texas Tech, but I am not very active in that society. I'm just a member. So, but however, I'm a member of SP and also an association we call AMA, which is the American Rock Mechanics Association. In fact, I'm like membership chair in that organization for Texas Tech University.
You would have noticed that this CCU conference is very, very big, which is a sign that it's turning to an industry of its own, and most likely a plus to the fossil fuel industry, showing their commitment to solving or reducing their carbon footprint and getting to net zero, clean energy, and other related issues. Now, you come from Africa, and there is this talk that the energy transition cost and financial requirements may be too high for Africa to bear that burden. What advice, as a PhD in training, have to give vis-a-vis what I said? What advice do you have for African leaders who are grappling and struggling with this issue of international recommendations and requirements on what they should do to reduce greenhouse gases?
Obviously, Africa is way behind on this issue. And if you really look at it, even the United States that have this such large crowd for CCS are also lagging behind places like Norway, Australia, and things and those other countries. So the thing is, CCS itself is they have issues with deployment. CCS. And you can see that the bigger players are having that issue now. So now, when you now focus on Africa, you can see that we really have like long way to go, because in terms of the funding, I'm not sure if Africa country can actually like meet up with that. But I don't know. Maybe the bigger industry could invest, especially the oil and gas industry, could invest in CCS since they have like a hub of production in Africa. So that's basically what it is. And in terms of research, CCS in Africa is like almost less than 10% research. So the investment goes for both research, innovation, and also like demonstration projects, even in Africa. So you have the issue of funding, and you also have the issue of uh, um, research as well. So we have to first of all invest in those. So the question is how we can get those funding. So I'm looking at the government and also looking at the oil and gas industry for that. They have to lead the way for carbon sequestration.
You've been part of this conference from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
What has stood out to you in the presentations?
Yeah, I actually appreciate the talents and all the most of all the presentations I attended. They are quite insightful. I've learned a lot. I've learned about what is going on in the industry, and I've also seen that most of the studies, they are numerical studies. The presentation I attended, so people are like moving from experimental studies to how they can carry those lessons from experimental studies into the application, into engineering design and what have you. So you can see the progress in CCS.
My final question is, not many women are into engineering in Africa, in other places. Talk less of getting to the level where you are doing a PhD in engineering. What motivational message do you have to young ladies who may be thinking of pursuing STEM and getting to engineering as part of STEM and getting to the stage where you are?
Yeah, to be quite honest, it has not been like a roller coaster. I've have ups and downs in the profession,